In 1891, in a small German town, a tradition began, not of toys or games, but of puzzles. Ravensburger, a name that has since become a promise of precision, quality, and imagination woven into every piece. From that tradition comes a series unlike any other. 18 radiant puzzles, each perfectly round, each a circle of colors. Today we begin with two of them. First, Mandala, a 500-piece journey of color where pie-shaped segments radiate inward, guiding the eye in a calm, meditative flow. Then, Flowers, a 500-piece kaleidoscope of blossoms, a rainbow arranged petal by petal, celebrating nature's artistry. Now the pieces dance across the table, tumbling and turning. As the clock quietly begins its march, it's time to see these circles of color reveal themselves, one connection at a time. As the final pieces settle into place, Mandala's full beauty begins to reveal itself. Unlike traditional puzzles, this circular creation has no corners or straight edges. Each piece curves and arcs, guiding your eye towards the center. Its 500 pieces form vibrant, pie-shaped segments, each a distinct color, creating a lively, balanced composition that draws the eye inward. Notice how the pattern itself can guide your strategy, grouping similar hues, following the arcs, and letting symmetry become a helpful companion rather than a challenge. Next, we'll tackle the puzzle in a fun, alternative time lapse, and afterwards, there's more to explore up close. Let's take a closer look at the details. Each pie-shaped segment stands boldly, the colors distinct and lively, drawing the eye across the design. The curved pieces fit together perfectly, showcasing Ravensburger's signature precision. The pieces feature Ravensburger's signature linen finish, giving them a subtle texture that reduces glare and makes the colors pop. Farah, the artist, created this puzzle with a playful yet meditative approach, where the symmetry and color balance make the assembly satisfying. Working on a circular puzzle like this is a refreshing twist. No corners to start from, just a fun challenge of matching colors and shapes around the circle until it all clicks together. Many puzzlers appreciate the simplicity and elegance of these designs, finding them both engaging and relaxing. We can now appreciate the thought and care behind every piece. Next, we'll take a quick peek at the rest of the puzzles in the series and see what makes each one special. There are 3 series in the Circle of Colors collection, each with 6 puzzles. Series 1 from 2022 include Flowers, Mandala, Fruits and Vegetables, Ocean, Desserts, and Animals. Series 2 from 2023 features tasty themes. These puzzles include Donuts, Pizza, Ice Cream, Rainbow Cake, Candy, and Pokeball. The final series, Series 3, also from 2023, has playful and natural motifs. These puzzles include dreams, astrology, insects, tropical, mushrooms, and seashells. Each puzzle comes with its own unique artwork, presented in a beautiful box and accompanied by a full-sized poster to guide your build and showcase the completed image. Here's a closer look at the Mandala box, front and back, along with a poster before we jump into the build stats. Now let's take a look at the numbers behind my solves of the Mandala puzzle. On my very first attempt, it took me 1 hour, 55 minutes and 37 seconds, nearly 2 hours to bring it together. From there, the time began to drop as I got more familiar with the patterns and colors. My fastest solve came on attempt 10, clocking in at just 1 hour, 3 minutes and 34 seconds, almost a full 50 minutes faster than my first try. The most recent solve, attempt number 16, landed at 1 hour, 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Not my absolute fastest, but consistent and well under my early times. Looking at the graph, you can see the journey unfold. The long first attempt, the sharp improvements, a few spikes here and there, and then a steady rhythm where the puzzle settled into a familiar flow. It's a clear reminder of how practice pays off and how each attempt brings a new kind of challenge. With Mandala complete, it's time to move on to the second puzzle in today's build, Flowers, part of Ravensburger's Circle of Color collection. This one is a burst of color and detail, a garden captured in perfect symmetry. Designed in 2022 by Sherry Lee, it brings together delicate blooms, swirling leaves, and vibrant palettes, each piece adding to the bloom of color. With 500 pieces, the floral artwork is especially eye-catching, as the flowers blend and transition across the circle, creating a flow that's both challenging and satisfying to assemble. The pieces are jumbled, the timer is set, and now, let's see how this beautiful garden comes together in the time lapse. As the final pieces settle into place, the full bloom of flowers finally unfolds, a circle alive with color and movement. But before we call it complete, let's play with the design a little. Watch as the puzzle begins to shift, petal by petal and section by section, until only a single slice remains on the table. Then in a heartbeat it all returns, colors flowing back together in perfect harmony. From there we'll zoom in closer to explore the blossoms themselves, each one a tiny world of pattern and detail waiting to be seen. Let's enjoy this next look together. As the final bouquets return to their place, the circle feels whole once more. A perfect bloom as the last flowers find their homes and the circle comes together piece by piece. Each flower we've seen holds its own story, tiny bursts of pattern and color that together create something calm, balanced, and full of life. It's always amazing how a few hundred pieces can capture so much movement and emotion in stillness. Now we'll dive into the stats, tracing this build alongside my previous flowers attempts. On my very first attempt, it took 2 hours, 58 minutes and 38 seconds, a careful introduction to the pattern and color transitions. The fastest solve came on attempt 10, clocking in at just 1 hour, 36 minutes and 23 seconds, showing how familiarity and rhythm make the process smoother and more intuitive. My most recent attempt number 14, finished at 1 hour, 48 minutes and 52 seconds, reflecting a steady, comfortable pace as the puzzle flows together. Looking at the graph, you can see the progress unfold, early challenges, big improvements, and a few small spikes along the way, illustrating how each attempt built on the last and capturing the satisfaction of mastering this colorful, circular design piece by piece. That's all I have for you today. 2 vibrant circles of color, mandala and flowers, each brought to life piece by piece, bloom by bloom. I hope you enjoyed the journey, watching the patterns emerge, the colors intertwine, and the quiet rhythm of each puzzle finding its place. Each circle tells its own story, a harmony of shapes and hues waiting to be discovered. If this adventure sparked your curiosity, there's more waiting in my Puzzles Builds playlist. A world of puzzles, time lapses, and detailed showcases to explore at your own pace. Thank you for joining me on this colorful journey. If you'd like to see more builds, subscribe and follow along. Until next time, keep puzzling, keep exploring, and savor every piece along the way.